Hi, my name is Nathan Martuza. I'm a physics major at the University of San Francisco, and I'm here for the summer at Cornell for the class REU. My project is integrating machine learning algorithms into the Machine Learning Hub at CHEX. And CHEX is the Cornell High Energy X-ray source. You see, the project here is taking the already existing data at the QM2 beamline, QM2 meaning the quantum mapping for quantum materials, and we're basically just going to run a machine learning algorithm on it, but we want to do it as a streaming service. So you might be saying, Nathan, that sounds great and all, but why exactly should we do this? What is the scientific purpose behind it? I'm glad you asked. You see, at the QM2 beamline, all of the data that is collected, and the vast amounts of it, is very subtle. There are very small things you're looking for, and humans just can't do it that efficiently. See, things like order parameters and inter-unit cell orders and the mapping of phase space for temperature and doping-dependent phase space is a little challenging for a human to do. So we have a machine learning model do it. This machine learning model was called X-Tech, and it was a Gaussian mixture model. Basically, all that means is it's just a probability machine. It's unbiased, it just gives you what it has trained to and thinks is the most probable outcome. Basically, all that this means is that we've got a lot of data that's really hard for a human to detect, and we want a machine learning algorithm to do it for us. But the goal of this project is to get that machine learning algorithm to do that for us somewhere else. So it was time to lock in. We started out with a server and a framework that we needed to build up. It consisted of three main parts: the uploading, the prediction, and the pathfinder. So when we upload something, we want to be able to get the path to it, and then once we have the path to it, we want to be able to make a prediction with the model. That's the whole goal. And boy, oh boy, after a bit of time, did this really run. So many errors. It ran so many errors. We had to push on. So once we had the basic framework and the ideas of all three of these concepts built out in Python, it was time to get the server up and running and to start figuring out how to make a prediction. So to make a prediction, remotely at least, we need to do one thing, and that's separate the training layer of the machine learning model and the inference layer. The training layer is the part of it that makes the machine learning model smart to our data. Specifically, we trained it on part of our data and then use the rest of it in the inference layer to test it. Now, the inference layer is the part of it that we actually want. It's the part of it our server is supposed to do to make a prediction. Now, this prediction is all probabilistic. So we're going to put something in, an input of an array of some kind, and we're going to get out probabilities for those being the points in the array with those values. Now we have that separated. It's up to the scientists to train the model and make sure it's accurate, and it's up to us to make sure that the inference layer was working and that we could get a prediction out of this. Let me show you an example. So, as you can see up here, we have our server running in all of its full glory. And as you can see, we're going to have to switch to another tab to actually make use of it. We're using the curl command here. This is HTTP protocol, and it's going to help us talk to the server directly. We tell it that we have content type JSON, and we're telling it that the input here is 54321 in a 2D array. We then see there that we've got the URL for the prediction. We can switch back over here, show you where we get that from. When we actually run the prediction, we get data. Isn't it wonderful? So this is how the server actually works. You're going to make a call, a request, and you're going to get that back. Anyways, let's go back to the main thing. So that's it. That was how the project actually runs, what it means, what it's doing, and that was an example of how the server runs. Hope you enjoyed.